Hey Fit fam, this is Tay the Great from Fit Sanity. Today's show is sponsored by F&A Distribution, your local laser, steel, and cut crew. Need custom brackets, plates, or gym signage? They'll cut it, label it, and have it ready to bolt on. Just visit fnadistribution.com and tell them Fit Insanity sent you.
Yeah, we back in the zone, time to tighten the frame. Mind sharp, body strong, yeah, we lifting the game. Fit Sanity, the crew, we be breaking the limits. No excuses, no fear, we go hard every minute. Tay the Great in the lab, keeping focus profound. We talk health, real life, how to rise from the ground. If you ready for the change, take a breath, lock in. Let the dog gap for the warriors, let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fit Sanity Podcast. This is your host, Harold Taylor, a.k.a. Tay the Great. And today we got a special episode. It is about perimenopause. I had a user reach out to me on TikTok, a listener. I appreciate you. Here's the episode you requested. It's about perimenopause. I got a couple of nice young ladies in here that's going to help me explain and break it down. One's been through it. One's already passed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're going to get in deeper introductions, but right now, let's talk about who our guests are. First, we got Ashley Tuck. Ashley, you want to say hi to the
Hello.
people? There you go. And then we got Danna.
Minniweather, Danna Minniweather.
All right. And then, so they're going to go with us on this journey. They're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about their experiences. Mm-hmm. Things that could probably help you guys out. And for you guys who don't know what perimenopause is and what to expect, then we will learn real life, real people. And like I said, welcome back. We'll get started. So let's get started with an icebreaker really quick.
Okay.
First off, how are y'all dealing with this heat? Let's start. We're in Texas. So for those who don't live in Texas, it is
hot. Capital H,
Beyond.
capital O.
But you know what? It hasn't been that bad this year. I can't say we've had some really hot summers, but I can say honestly, it's hot, but it hasn't been as hot as it has been. So I've been kind of feeling like it's okay. I've been kind of bearing through it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's
I don't know. These last 2 weeks feel like it's been miserable.
Well, I think the heat index and the humidity has made it that much more unbearable, I think is what everyone is feeling.
But you're right. We started out
bad.
pretty good, and now we're in the thick of things. We're in August. We know August
this is the hottest month.
Hottest month.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
And I mean, the triple digits.
I've already seen my light bill for August, so I'm like,
please.
thanks.
Thanks.
Just received mine on yesterday, and I'm already ready to choke TXU.
See, October, can you help me out, October?
I know.
Oh.
September used to be the relief month,
I
but
know,
it's
not
not
anymore.
anymore.
No, it's not, because
October.
September is just as hot, and even in October, it's still hot.
It could
Yeah.
be.
Because the weatherman this morning was talking about how last year we were still triple digits even in October.
Wow.
Oh, really?
So I thought, well,
So it's just no relief right now.
I don't think so.
It's
I
always
don't think so.
it's always welcome to Texas.
Right.
Where everything is bigger and hotter.
Yeah.
Right, literally.
Exactly.
All right. So let's do an icebreaker real quick, ladies. Let's go with mornings. What do we like? Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Yeah. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Oh, there's just no denying. Morning or night?
I'm a night owl.
I'm a morning person.
Okay, this is the first thing y'all agree on.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
All right. What's your favorite? One at a time, right? Favorite comfort food?
I'm pastry. You give me a good honey bun or cinnamon roll. You're my best friend.
I like. Okay.
No, I'm candy and Doritos.
Doritos are hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Candy.
Candy, anything that are gummy, the little people, I love all of them. The worms, sour. All of the gelatin.
And this is why we got to stay in the gym, right?
Exactly.
This is why we got to stay in the gym.
Yeah.
I've been doing good lately, but that's my comfort food for sure.
It's okay. This is why we stay in the gym. This is Fit Insanity. We'll talk about it. All right. Would you rather have a planned vacation or spontaneous?
Ooh.
I'm a planner.
Yeah, I was going to say these days.
No.
I don't think I've ever had a spontaneous vacation.
No, I'm a planner.
Oh, and then too, I've been young. I remember deciding, okay, I'm not going back to El Paso, and then somehow ending up back in El Paso by the end of the summer. So
okay, when you put in the young part, yeah,
right. Done some. We've all done some knucklehead stuff when we were
I don't know. I've always been the planner. Even in college, when I would go somewhere for like spring break, I'm that person that's like everybody comes to Ashley and they say, "Well, okay, well we know you can have the whole itinerary." Like I'm that person, so I've always had an idea of where I want to go, what I want to do, and that's kind of put it into motion.
So planned chaos, huh?
Planned, well, not even chaos. Planned shenanigans.
Yeah. Okay.
That works too.
Planned shenanigans.
I like that. That's good stuff.
All right. So who wants to go first? Let's go with Ashley. All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's tell us about you, Ashley. How'd you get here? Your fitness journey. And somehow you landed on this show.
I did. So I met you, Harold, last year. I left my old gym. I wanted a new gym with better amenities, better facilities, and gym equipment that actually worked. And so, so I ended up at the gym, and I was just really looking forward to just working out. I had no intentions of using a personal trainer, even though I had a free session to meet up with consultation, rather.
Right.
And one of the managers at the time was convincing enough to get me signed up with this fitness challenge that they had going on at the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so that's how I was able to meet Harold, and he was my trainer. And so initially, I thought, this is not going to work. I was like, this man's name is Harold.
See, that's horrible.
So I said, this is probably going to be an older man that's ex-military that's going to have me doing sit-ups, push-ups.
She said major pains of
major pain and major Harold. I thought, oh my gosh, this is not going to be good. Well, it's just 3 sessions. Let me just get this over with.
You know what?
Let me get these sessions over with, and I'll be good. And so, ironically enough, I met Harold like on a whim because I came into the gym. Maybe I don't know if it was like a couple of days later, but I had to do measurements, and I was working with a female trainer, and so this guy walks behind the counter, and I was thinking that maybe he was the fitness manager or the training manager. And so he just kind of kept looking back, and I thought, okay, he's trying to make sure she's doing it, because I thought she was new. And I said, okay, well, he's making sure she's doing everything. And so after all of the measurements were taken, the guy says, oh, well, are you doing the fitness challenge? I said, yes. And he said, well, do you have a trainer? I said, yeah. I said, I have this trainer named Harold. I said, but he got sick the day before we were supposed to meet. He turns around, he's got this name tag, Harold. Oh, yeah. So I thought, oh, you're Harold. So that's how our, I guess, meeting took place. And so at that time, I was in full-blown, perimenopausal and trying to lose weight because I had been gaining weight, and then I lost weight, and then I was able to gain it back again. And so I was just at a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to have to overhaul my entire fitness regimen. And so that's kind of where our journey began, where you became my trainer. And then I was working with a fitness coach and nutritionist. And I had these meal plans, and I was, trying to do that along with the strengthening and conditioning. And so, it just kind of took from there. And then eventually our time kind of ran out, and I was thinking, okay, well, I think I can manage this on my own.
Yeah.
Not really doing that great. So Harold would check in and say, well, how's it going? And I'm like, I'm struggling. So then, he would give me tips, and I had, nutrition tips. And so over the years, I've been trying to really overhaul everything. And so I feel like now I'm finally seeing the results that I need to see consistently to kind of navigate this whole perimenopausal period that I'm in. So, yeah.
And I've been seeing you for almost, it hasn't been a year. But
well, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, because we met like what was it last year?
Part.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hormones has really played a huge part in that. Along, because even though I'm perimenopausal and those estrogen progesterone levels decline, I still have chronic stress that I deal with. So those hormones definitely affect weight loss.
Right.
And so you've got this double whammy of the loss of a few hormones, but then you've got increased levels of the other. Yeah. It's like a double-edged sword. And weight loss for me now in mid-40s, it's been like pure hell trying to get weight and keep it off. And I've literally had to overhaul my entire diet and just exercise regimen. The things that I did back in my 20s no longer works.
Right. Yeah.
Things that I did in my 30s no longer work. Foods that I could eat and properly digest does not work in my 40s. So it's definitely been an interesting journey dealing with menopause and kind of navigating through that. It has not been easy.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Danna?
Well, for me, on the other side of it, you still have some residual things that are happening, still dealing with the stress hormones, the cortisol, trying to keep that level down, trying to minimize stress, trying to not eat too much sweets, even though I love them.
Right.
My biggest, I guess, thing that I fight, unfortunately, is coffee.
Right.
Because I don't want to say certain words, but addiction does come to mind. I love coffee. I love it. But it didn't love me as much as it loved me when I was in my 20s and my 30s, or even in my 40s. Okay, it didn't love me as much. But if I can get my coffee on the weekend and not have it during the week, my efforts, my weight loss efforts, I can see them a lot clearer. Right. Okay, I can see my rest better. My rising, my stretch in the morning goes better when I don't binge on coffee during the week. So everything kind of affects, the perimenopause, everything kind of affects you still when you're on the other side of it. Right. In regards to, like I said, the residual stuff. Like I still have one thing that I had when I was, in my 20s and my 30s was insomnia. That was a dead giveaway that my cycle was about to start. I would have insomnia. Some people get cranky, right? Some people get just downright, irritate, mean. Yeah. He knows. So, but I would do that. Now I would do that, but I knew that once the insomnia kicked in, that, especially after I got into my 40s. When I got into my 40s, the insomnia got really crazy. And so I was 42 when I had a hysterectomy at 42. Right. And so it kind of just, it all I guess everything kind of settled down fine, but then when my body tried to make the adjustments, it started to, I had to find that new normal. Right. And when it, like you said, it was about eating, it was about getting exercise. For me, I walk a lot. And so I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of, what is it called? Weight training with weights, because they say when you're over 50 that it's good for your body because you lose so much weight or so much muscle. But, my body still tries to mimic you know, some of the things in my 20s and my 30s, like I'll have the, you know, the craving. Okay. I have the craving out of nowhere. I'm not a big chocolate eater, but all of a sudden that's the thing. I need it. I need a piece of chocolate. Really? It's like, wow. And I know I'm in trouble when I need a piece of chocolate. I know I'm in trouble because I'm not a chocolate eater. I'm okay with chocolate. We're friends and all, but we ain't, we're not in a, what did Jada say? We're not in a entanglement.
Oh no, situation.
So not a situation.
Yes, a situation.
But I know then when that happens, yeah, it's on. I still have night sweats every now and then. But I'm more cold than hot.
So let me ask y'all. So this is a guy's question.
Okay.
So. Because another thing, we're going to talk about this book real quick, but I have to ask this question. So out of nowhere, well, you know what? Let me talk about the book because that question is going to disrupt things.
Okay.
So,
okay.
This is Danna Minniweather. This is her book. It's called 12 Properties of Purpose. Oh. What inspired you to write this book? I won't forget my question. Trust me, it's burning.
I think the thing that inspired me was God, of course, but I was putting together a men's month giveaway, and we were going to do 12 things that we thought men could use on a daily basis or a monthly basis to kind of guide them as they walk with God. And I had 3, and then I had 5, and then I had 6, and then it was 8, and then there was 9, and then I was like, well, okay, Lord, where are we going with this?
Right.
You know, and then the paragraphs became pages, and I was like, okay, Lord, I'm sensing something here about this thing. And so we turned it into a 5x7 card. Right. And I was like, no, this needs more. And as I took it down and started reworking it, I realized that God was calling me to write this book.
Right.
And because it's 12 properties, it started out, I started noticing every property was something I was doing.
Tell them to be quiet. Amen. It does not have a timestamp.
Right.
It's more of those infinite type, encounters that you have.
The important part is the quality of it.
Exactly.
It isn't, hey God, high five, and I'm running out the door. You know I love you, got it.
Right.
No,
Right.
It is a purposeful,
absolutely
quiet time where you set aside time to spend with God. If you only have 5 minutes, make it 5 minutes for God, just for God, not for my phone, not for my next thoughts about what I got to do. These 5 minutes belong to you, Lord. How are we going to spend them? What's on your heart?
Right.
Okay. I always like to mention it as well. I think about it in a relationship. Okay. Well, if you want to be with me and you want to be in my presence, I mean, the amount of time you spend with me is going to be important, right? Okay. And the type of, how often do you spend time with me is going to determine how far we go in this relationship.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is true. If you ask me, that's my problem right now.
I'm good.
It's time. But that's true. If you don't have time for somebody, they will. Eventually, if you don't have time for someone, they're going to find somebody that do have time for them.
Yeah.
And they're going to pay attention to that. So it's just the same thing. And what I've learned is wherever you put your energy is where you're going to see it come back. So if you're putting your energy in your faith, you're going to see stuff come back from your faith. If you're putting it somewhere else, it's going to come wherever you're putting your energy at, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Good. I like it. Yeah. Thanks for doing that work on that book. We definitely appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Y'all go buy the book. 12 Properties of Purpose. Go buy the book. Where can they buy it from?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, just those 2 places.
Okay, and that's fine. Everybody got Amazon, so buy that book. All right, so we're gonna go back to perimenopause. So, because I have children, and me and my son's mom, we're pretty cool. And she's just like, yeah, dude, there's days when I'm losing it. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, do y'all just wake up one day and then just feel like, boom, hot flashes, basically everything's just going out the window. I'm like, because I'm thinking chaos. Like, you just wake up one day and everything.
So you're saying 42, and then it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
right? No,
No, it's a gradual.
Wait, it's a gradual thing. It's
So-
just, you know,
You wake up
And
a
the
little
house is on fire.
upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
right?
Then you wake up a little more upset.
Okay.
It really just depends because you know I've had night sweats in the middle of the night and I woke up mad because I'm sweating in the middle of the night and I need to go hop in the shower because I'm like drenched. And I usually have my little dog to sleep with me when he was with me, and I was so hot one night that I kicked off all of the covers on the bed.
Mhm.
I was mad. My head was hurting because I was hot and sweating.
Yeah.
I turned on the fan because I keep a fan by the bed, and he was a Chihuahua, so he's looking at me like, "Why do you have this fan on?" And I literally was like, "You have to get out of here." Like I just so yeah. Sometimes it can be the symptoms can be jarring. To the point that you don't really want to be around anyone until you can kind of get back into this peaceful space.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the physiological effects of it. It's like when you're hot, you don't want to be bothered. It's like, okay, get off of me. You know, I'm hot. Like just
do not
give
touch
me a minute. Yes.
It's
Give
gonna
me a
be
minute.
random question. You still get your period when you're in
No.
period? So
No.
you go through
No.
perimenopause, you don't get the period.
So
So
perimenopause.
it's just like a permanent period?
Well, it's a gradual
Right.
decline
To
of
not
the
get it.
menstrual.
Okay.
Right. So perimenopause is different from menopause itself. So perimenopause actually occurs, you know, for average age, I think it's like 42 into 50s.
Okay.
But it's really where the as you said, the hormones are declining. Estrogen, progesterone is steady declining, and you start noticing like irregular periods. I know, like for me, and what was unique about my situation, I actually went through early menopause. Like I went through early perimenopause, which was surprising to me, but I could detect a huge change in menstrual cycles. And then after that, I didn't have a period. And then after a few months, my period came. So it's that perimenopausal period. You're kind of going fluctuating between your menstrual cycle. You may start having hot flashes, mood swings, different changes. But then once you kind of transition after that, menopause occurs when it's a consecutive 12 months of that entire year without a period.
Yeah.
And then you go
Then
into
you're-
the hot flashes and everything?
Well, all of that continues. So the
I'm like,
perimenopausal, all of
"Jeez,
those
this
are.
sounds brutal.
I mean, for some women,
Thanks,
it can
Eve.
be.
Thanks, Eve. We shout out to
right?
Eve.
Mother Eve.
Thank you so
Shout out
much.
to Mother Eve
I was like, it sounds-
for eating the apple.
You did a
Thanks.
what do you say? You did a bang up job, girl.
Yeah, you just had to eat the apple.
it sounds-
But I mean, yeah, it's you're experiencing that period during perimenopause too. And what I've even found out for like Black women, a lot of Black women actually stay in that perimenopausal period for up to 10 years,
Yeah,
more than our counterparts.
Yeah, it can be.
You
It
said
can
up
be.
to 10 years?
Yeah.
So Black
There are
women-
studies that show that Black women actually experience, perimenopause up to 10 years, or where they're kind of going back and forth, and then having those hot flashes, mood changes, mood swings, all of those things that are associated with menopause. Like you mentioned earlier about insomnia.
Yeah.
And I've dealt with insomnia, but mine was more related to chronic stress. But then as I transitioned into perimenopause, the insomnia started to kick back in for me.
Yeah.
We talk about the mood swings where you wake up and you like, you're
Wake
not
up
feeling
angry.
it. And so sometimes I've get up in the morning and I'm like, I'm not in the mood.
I've had to tell my husband, sir, back up.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. How the husband do this?
Well, see, my husband was blessed. Let me tell you why I say he was blessed. Neither one of us were married at a young age. I was 49 when we got married. He was 55.
Okay.
So,
So
he missed everything.
Yeah,
and this is our first marriage. Okay. So he's missed the whole. I told him, you should tell the Lord thank you every day. Okay. Not often, every day. Yeah. But at the same time, I still have mood swings. Like she says, I'll wake up and I'm like, if I say something to this man right now, we're probably not going to be married much longer.
Oh, okay.
Because I know where it's coming from. Okay. And because I can identify it, I can tell him, give me 5. Okay. Give me 5. Just don't worry about what I need it for. Please don't keep talking to me, because if you keep talking to me about it, then I'm going to have to explain to you what is going on. And sir, and I'm going to have to go to the Lord and ask the Lord to forgive me. Okay, because my husband's a minister, so now
goodness,
I didn't touch the anointing. When I'll just let's just let it go, and then I'll get back to you. One of the things that when we talked about sweets, when I start delving into the chocolate and the sweets, I know things are not moving well, and then that's when I either take a walk, take a hot bath. Either I'll do some stretching exercises, something that'll change the atmosphere.
And those things work? Do they work for you too?
Well, the cravings have improved, I should say. And my cravings are not even specific things. It can be different things. Mm-hmm. Like for the last 3 weeks, I've been craving ice cream and cone, like with the ice cream cone. I haven't had an ice cream cone in I don't know how long. Yeah. But for the last 3 weeks, I've been eating ice cream with a cone. Yeah. And they just come out of nowhere. And so, like you said, when those cravings start, your hormones are circulating. I'm thinking, oh gosh,
here we go.
And it's just a cycle. It literally, it's a cycle. Or the dogs come out the room and the dogs are, and I'm like, I'm not in the mood today. Like somebody needs to go get in your bed. Get away from me.
Mommy needs a moment.
I'm like, I have a puppy too, so he doesn't get it yet. But my big baby, he gets it.
So he's always
and he just turned because he's like, I already know she's in she's in a moment.
Say, little guy, follow me.
Right, just come with me. Yeah, he doesn't get it.
Yeah. So this is one more question before we get back to the other questions. I've saw something recently, and only women can answer this because I feel like it's a woman thing. Okay. Cornstarch. I see people eating just like
cornstarch,
just cubes of it.
I know people that have been pregnant.
Is that just a fad right now, or is it a
no
thing?
As a craving?
There. So cornstarch. There's clay dirt.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I knew a lady
in person.
I had a teacher that was older, and she would eat clay dirt. And the first time I heard it, I thought she was nuts, but she was like, no. She said, no, honey, it's not like regular dirt. She's like, it's a specific. And so sometimes women have had those type of cravings where they're eating cornstarch or
dirt, pickles, ice cream,
cookie
dough.
It's just another craving. It's just I think those physiological changes that when your hormones are circulating, and it's a cycle. Just even though you're not part of the menstrual cycle, that perimenopause or menopause cycle is still, you still have hormones. They're just super low, but that doesn't mean that the symptoms go away. Absolutely not. You're still.
I really think that some of the cravings for stuff like that, and what we're talking about, I think it's some of it is minerals and vitamins that are missing in our bodies,
that too.
And so our bodies are deficient in certain areas, and it's craving in that form. Okay, whatever cornstarch might have in it, whatever the clay dirt, whatever nutrients are in it, our bodies are craving it. When we talk about sugar, our bodies are craving it because there's some type of deficiency going on inside of us, that the sugar, we think it's sugar, but it could be something else.
Right. Just like you may see a lot of women eating ice, a lot of times it's low iron. Yeah. So it could be something similar to that, deficient that
I eat a
people.
lot of ice. I know about the urge. Trust me. Okay, what was the biggest surprise about perimenopause that no one warned you about? Like something that just totally caught you off guard?
Mine was going through it early. I mean, I was expecting 50s at least.
Right.
And then at that time, I hadn't even started my family. So I was like, well, okay, well, Lord, well, hold on, wait, So yeah, to go through early menopause in my late 30s, that was a huge surprise for me.
What age did you?
So I started noticing changes around 37. And then when I was formally diagnosed, I was about 40. But it had happened like 38, 39 because I had stopped having a period. And so I actually, ironically enough, found out at a fertility appointment with the fertility specialist.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Yeah, because it was during the pandemic, actually. And right as everything was opening up, I was just thinking, and I said, you know what? I was still single. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and start my family. And went to fertility clinic, had all this fertility testing because I was going to ideally do IVF.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that was a huge shock to see the results. And my doctor's like, well, yeah, you're not at all a candidate. And so she was just like, in fact, you've gone through early menopause. And I was like, wait, what? And so she actually did some sort of genetic testing to see if there was some sort of genetic variant, and which I knew it wasn't. But yeah, that's how I found out for sure that I was in perimenopause at a fertility appointment.
Wow, that's a place. Wow, what a place to find out.
Listen, he's talking about a complete breakdown.
It's gonna be heartbreaking.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like more sad than you said it.
Okay.
You said it all happy, like.
Well, no, I definitely wasn't happy. I was just because I guess I've studied so much science and medicine. Yeah, it's been some time since that. But yeah, that was a huge shocker. And then I met with the doctor over a telehealth visit. And so she's like telling me my options. And I just literally burst into tears. I like broke down like right at the computer. And so she's like, oh, no, it's going to be okay. There are other options in which the technologies, and let me just say, you can still get pregnant in menopause. When I was
the plumbing, you got it. You can still do it.
You can. It's just that your chances are super slim by the time you reach perimenopause and menopause. But I overheard my mom as a little girl talking about such and such, went through the change and ended up pregnant. So
it was a change, all right.
Because that's how I heard
change
it.
a diaper, change a sleep.
I have an older mama, so she, they didn't say menopause. They said going through the change.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's going through the change.
Right.
Leave her alone.
See the ladies at church, it's like they slain in the spirit, but they also
don't talk to her. She's going through.
No, she hot and passed out, and the pastor's like, go get her a fan, go get her a fan, and a lot of it hot flashes, so
she just.
She's not just slain in the spirit.
No.
She gave me a hot flash.
So that's a lot in church what we saw when we were
Listen, if you see the Nurses Guild with the fans, the Martin Luther King fans, then somebody.
If Jesus is going like
listen
on that thing. But you know what? The thing that I guess was unexpected, and it shouldn't have been, but it was very unexpected for me, was the absence of cramps.
Oh.
I hadn't even, it was like a couple months after I had my hysterectomy, but then I realized that I wasn't having cramps. And I was one of those people that I didn't have to ball up and miss work or anything, but I had very severe cramps, right? So I guess, I don't know what was going on. And I thought about it. I was like, I haven't had any cramps in a while. And it's like, That's part of the blessing,
So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
I know the cramps are the thing that makes
life unbearable sometimes.
I was the person that missed
sometimes.
Well, I was the person that missed school and work because I had horrible PMS. I had the cramps. I had the cysts. Like it was very painful. So yeah.
Yeah, I was. I'm ex-military, and in basic training, actually at school, we were training still, but you carry your protection in your cargo pockets, right? And drill sergeant came through there, cadre came through, and he was like, my name was Williams, my maiden name is Williams. He said, Private Williams, I noticed that your pockets are sticking out. And I started crying. I started bawling, crying. And he was like, oh, never mind. I know what's going on. Never mind. And I was like, you don't know what type of reactions you would have.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
When you're starting, out to start having a period. So when the absence of the cramps and then not having to purchase stuff, you put that money back in your pocket, not having to have deodorant, you don't have to have summer's
Midol.
You don't need any Midol. You start seeing the benefits of perimenopause. Okay, you start seeing the benefit of being on the other side of menstruating. Okay, or having a period. Okay,
ladies, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, exactly.
But with the exception of when your doctor introduced hormone replacement therapy, because my doctor ended up introducing me to hormone replacement therapy. She's like, I just feel like, because you're so young, I feel like I don't want you to have to deal with osteoporosis. And I'm like, well, I'm taking vitamin D. She's like, well, I just want to kind of replace some of those. And then I started having periods again. So I thought, okay, no, I'm getting off of these. I'm good. Threw the whole pack in the trash. Yeah. After a few months, I was like, oh no, I don't miss this. Threw that right in the trash. And she's like, well, you stopped. I'm not, I don't want to take those.
So you didn't mention the periods were going to return, ma'am.
Right. Yeah. No.
So all thoughts of kids just went out the window.
Well, no, it didn't go out the window. I just kind of readjusted. I mean, because you kind of learn your fate as far as being a biological mother to, okay, well now what are my options? And so, that's kind of where I had to kind of go with that. And then those plans fell through. So I was just like, okay, well, Lord,
what are we doing here?
All right. Well, let me just kind of sit down for a second.
It's funny you should mention that part of it because, I've been an aunt since I was 9 years old. Okay. My brother had kids when he was 19. Okay. And I've been an aunt for all my life, pretty much. Okay. And I had a friend who we were all thinking about adoption. Okay. And he was giving us some pointers on how we should handle questions about where's my mom or all those things. And he said for most of y'all, why are you doing this? Right? Do you want to be a mother or do you want to be pregnant? Which is it? Because if you want to be pregnant, then this isn't the place for you. If you want to be a mother, then we have options. And so that kind of like stuck it with me for a while. It's like, when I was 16, my sister had a kid. That was the first time I actually seen a woman have a child and like life after it, right? And I was now interested in having kids at that point. The way she walked, the pads that she was wearing, the fact of what she said of how the baby ripped and tore, and I was like, oh my God, no, you know what?
No, thank you.
It was the best birth control mama could have ever introduced me to. Because you know what? It's like 16, Mama, I'm good. Don't worry about that.
And see, I was the opposite. I've known since I was 5 years old that I was meant to be a mother. But I'll tell you, when you talk about your 12 purposes of properties of purpose, let me tell you, I don't know if I probably need to get the book, but I don't know if God's will is part of that because I had my own plans of how I wanted to become a mother. And I was gonna do my own thing, and God was like, oh no, that's not what we're doing. And I think he shut down everything. And so that was kind of my wake-up call that I needed to kind of pivot and maybe do something different because maybe becoming a mother wasn't through pregnancy. It could come in the form of adoption or something else. I don't know. But yeah, I always knew I wanted to become a mom. So yeah, to have that devastating news from, your doctor. It definitely was a eye-opening experience for sure. Yeah.
So at 42, that's when I found out I had fibroid tumors, but I was holding out. I held out till 44, and then I had the hysterectomy, and 44, had the hysterectomy, and really had to come to terms with it wasn't going to happen, because I was hopeful. I was like, I'm not that unattractive. I could pull this thing off. So maybe we could, just wait it out. And 43 came and the pain got greater. And then 44 came and I was like, you know what? I was bent over at this point. I was like, let's go and do this thing. Let's get this out.
And has it not basically, so you don't have kids?
No.
And you don't have kids?
I do not.
So does you not having kids change the way you see yourself? Like knowing that it's like, okay, you're not going to have a kid yourself. Does that kind of like...
Not
bother
anymore.
You, or does it change you, or does it affect your confidence in any way? Or
no,
like
it did initially for me.
Yeah, not anymore.
I kind of, as time has passed, I kind of have accepted, and like I said, anything is still possible for me. So I mean, I could very well still carry it. Just have to be a donor. But yeah, it changed my perception of course, because I felt like, gosh, my body failed me. And the one thing that I wanted it to do, it now cannot do. Yeah. So yeah, it shook me at first, but as time has gone on,
Well, I for me, getting married at 49, it was a conversation I had to have with my husband. I said, I'll never be able to make you a father. We'll never have kids together.
Right.
Is that going to be a deal breaker for you? I mean, you're 55, but you can still
exactly.
Yeah.
You can get the job done. And I'm like, how do you reconcile with that? And he said, God told him that he'd have a wife. He said, God telling him this, he's telling me this. He said, God said he never said anything about kids. He always told him he would have a wife. So it was never a conversation of, well, maybe I just wish I'd have had just one. It's always been, I got what God gave me, and I'm thankful. So knowing that he was okay with that allowed me to be okay with marrying someone who does not have children of his own. He doesn't have any kids either.
Right.
So that was a big deal for us. But I made my peace with it. I think my last nephew that I helped raise, he's 19 now. Actually, he's out in the car, and I when I was going through the whole ordeal of getting the hysterectomy, I was like, I've changed enough diapers. I've been thrown up on enough. I have been to enough Halloween parties.
Right.
I have been Barney, Spider-Man, and Wonder Woman long enough.
It's over now.
It's over. So
good.
yeah,
that's okay. All right, I'll take it. So all right. So what? Because it's like an invisible struggle that no one sees. It's almost like anxiety or anything else. It's like, what have the struggle taught you guys, like personally, that you guys want to share with the other ladies? Because this is the part where we're like, okay, it's tough, but what information can we give back to make the listeners see, like, okay.
I think it goes back to what you said earlier. We have to, how do we see ourselves, right? That this is not the whole of who you are. This is not the whole of who God made you to be. He didn't make you to a period. He didn't make you to only have children.
Right.
He gave you gifts. Okay. He gave you a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a time to you have to come to a realization that it's not going to happen. Okay. Right. No matter, there's no fit you can throw. There's no cliff you can threaten to throw yourself off of. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So now that we've settled that, What can I do?
Yeah.
Okay. What can I do? I can be a writer.
Right.
I can inspire other women to get on the path to purpose.
Yeah.
I can inspire other men to recognize that God is calling them to something greater. Okay, so yeah.
I like that. That's a perfect answer. And also with that, I was gonna say, because both of you guys mentioned that, and yeah, you don't have kids, but think about it. There's plenty of people that had children that aren't here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm talking about those adults that had the kids. So yeah, you might not have had a baby. You can still adopt. There's other ways.
Absolutely.
You can be a stepmom, however that goes. But well, you can't be a stepmom no more. That'd be bad.
We're gonna have a problem. No, I'm just teasing. Actually, I have told him this.
Sister wife.
I've told him this. I said, if a person shows up at the door, I'm going to be excited.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the opposite of what you would expect, because I'm hoping there's some grandkids.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh God.
It's like, move out of the way. Who are you? I don't care. Do you have kids?
Listen, it's one of those Lifetime TLC movies / reality shows.
But you get to live a long life. You get all this other stuff. You got a husband. There's plenty of people that don't have husbands that want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got beautiful lives. You got education, everything, your health. So,
well, I mean, it's all about perspective.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you know, I saw myself as a little girl as just being a mother and a profession. That's the only thing that I wanted to do with my life. But God had, you know, was like that. Those are just labels. That those are roles.
Portions,
that's not necessarily what I have for you. So it's really just about perspective. And like you said, He puts into all of us purpose and plans. And so when how many of our plans have not worked out?
Come on now.
You know, I can list a whole from childhood up to now things that didn't work out for me.
I got the debt to prove that some things
so
don't
you
work
just
out.
pivot and you just change your perspective and you just you can't lie. And like you said, I have kicked, screamed, yelled, cried, rolled over, and when I got up, I was still in the same position. So you just dry your eyes, adjust your crown.
Okay, come on now.
Adjust your crown, and you just keep moving.
Yeah.
And then whatever blessings that God sends your way, then you know it's all a part of you know
the purpose
plan.
journey. It's the purpose journey. The journey. It has twists. It has turns.
It does.
It is life is truly a gift, but it's also a mystery. Okay, it's the greatest novel you'll ever read is your own life. And you know there are things on your path that that are waiting for you to experience. Okay, I wasn't born a wife. Okay, but that was sitting on my path to become a wife. You know, I wasn't born a writer. Okay, but that was in my path. Okay, on the path of journey, or the path of purpose. And so you weren't born a fitness coach, but in your journey of purpose, that was waiting for you to get to it. Yeah. So there's things that are waiting for us, and so we can't stop. We can't just sit and, you know, kick and scream and wait, you know, pull out the hair and say, if I can hold my breath until the Lord give me a baby. No. We keep moving. We keep moving. And we have other things on the journey that show up that are just as wonderful, just as exciting as we believed that motherhood would be, or whatever that thing is. And we keep going. We get this blessing. We thank you for that. We get the next blessing. We thank you for that. You know, we get our health and strength, and we keep going. And we keep making our way to that final day.
Yeah. That purpose doesn't change, but the trajectory of that purpose changes.
Exactly.
You know, and that's where you talk about the ins and outs, the weaves and the roller coaster ride up and down and inside out, and you may start over. And so it's the purpose is still the same. It's just getting there it may take the scenic route.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
that happens a lot to everybody.
I think so.
That's part
absolutely.
That's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey.
That's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Pain. Everything changes the purpose.
It does.
But I got a question for you guys. All right. So if there's a woman, or all the ladies out there,
Mhm.
y'all are going through this, or probably even going through anything else, right? We got to go relate it to perimenopause, because that's what the episode's about, our hormones. You guys will know better than me. But if
Mhm.
there's a woman quietly struggling right now and she's hearing this podcast, and
Mhm.
even if we get to send this to several people and it change or help somebody, what would you say? What would you guys say, one at a time? We can go with Donna, you can go first. What would you say to that woman right now if she's struggling right now? What would you say to her? One sentence, or just one thing that you would want her to hear. It don't have to just be a sentence.
This is the thing that I've been saying for some time now, and it seems to be proving itself as true. No matter what it looks like,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it sounds like, it's going to be okay.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It truly is. It is going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Believer or not, but whether you're a believer or not a believer, it's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you can keep yourself still just long enough to accept who you are, it's going to be okay. If you are a believer, then there is a certainty in that understanding that you are a believer, that by no means will it never not be okay. It is always going to be okay.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That was really good advice. Good.
Yeah.
What about you, Ashley?
I'm going to say it's okay to not be okay.
Mhm.
I think a lot of times as women, we carry so much on both shoulders that we don't allow ourselves to grieve or to feel
Yes.
the pain or to sit in that. And I want women to know that regardless of race, culture,
Mhm.
it's okay to not be okay. If you need that moment to decompress, and that's in the form of grief or crying or whatever it is to release it, do so. Allow yourself to have those emotions, because I think dealing with these late stages or aging stages such as perimenopause and menopause is such a life-changing experience that you have so many highs and you have so many lows. And I think it's best navigated when you can just allow yourself to feel in those moments,
Mhm.
and allow yourself to have those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once you can kind of do that, then you can kind of navigate through anything, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like you can.
Self-acceptance.
Yeah, self-acceptance, really. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so few things. So we'll do a fitness tip of the week. Strength training, especially as you get older. We're talking about perimenopause. We just talked about, Danna, we talked about losing muscle. Fitness tip of the week. Strength train. Please lift weights, ladies. It's not going to make you look like a guy. We've talked about that. Strength train, walk, make sure you recovery, get your sleep, and focus on your mobility. These are all things you need, especially if you're listening to this episode and you're taking something from it. You need a stretch. So that's just one of those things. We're there now. Nutrition. Let's make sure, again, I'll say it again, protein at every meal. And if you are getting all your protein, make sure you're getting fiber. Fiber is really important to get to. It makes you stay hydrated and balance your meals. All right. So we're going to get ready to wrap it up. But, okay, we're going to ask one more thing, okay?
Okay.
You're going to speak directly to the woman who feels overwhelmed and alone right now. What's one thing you want her to remember right now?
God loves her.
I like that.
I'm going to say you are enough.
Yeah.
You are enough.
Okay, good. All right, so audience, this is a challenge for you. All right, move your body, hydrate, encourage another woman, encourage another purpose, and then walk in your purpose this week. Whatever that purpose it is, it's yours, and nobody can tell you different, right? So until next time, stay fit, stay focused, and stay sane.
Yeah, we crush it today. Now it's time for the flex. Mind heavy, heart steady. We demanding respect. Fit insanity, the code. We don't break, we don't bend. Every setback is set up. Every loss is a win. Keep the pressure on your goals. Let it sharpen